We all interact with digital assistants every single day. You
Yeah.
know, Siri, Alexa, Google Assistant.
They're everywhere.
Exactly. They're woven into the fabric of our lives, right?
Yeah.
Handling everything from setting alarms to playing our favorite tunes.
Mm-hmm.
But what if you could move beyond just using them? What if you could actually, well, build one yourself?
Build your own.
Yeah. Not just a basic chatbot, but a truly intelligent assistant, custom tailored to your specific needs, your unique problems.
Okay, I see where you're going.
Today, that's exactly what we're doing. We're taking a deep dive into precisely that. How to build a virtual assistant with artificial intelligence.
Okay, great topic. And our mission today really is to demystify that entire journey for you.
Demystify. I like that.
Yeah, from just a simple idea to a fully functional AI assistant, we want to show you that this powerful tech is, well, far more accessible than you might think.
So not just for the big tech companies.
Not at all.
Yeah.
Regardless of your technical background, you can harness this.
Yeah.
It can fundamentally transform how you interact with the technology, optimize processes in ways you might not have even imagined yet.
You know, the idea of these assistants being everywhere isn't just hype. It really feels like the digital era has completely reshaped how we interact with tech, doesn't it?
It really has. It's fundamental.
And these AI-powered assistants, they're not just a convenience anymore, are they? They're really shifting problem solving, moving from like linear human steps to dynamic AI-optimized pathways.
That's a great way to put it. Dynamic pathways.
Even in unexpected areas, like think about super personalized customer support or really specific data analysis.
It's true. And what's truly astonishing is just the sheer scale and the rapid growth of this field.
Right. The numbers are staggering.
Yeah, recent data confirms that by 2025, the AI assistant market is projected to exceed an astounding $10 billion.
10 billion. Wow.
And this isn't just, speculation. This growth is actively driven by real adoption in crucial sectors. Think e-commerce, healthcare.
Places where it makes a huge difference.
Exactly. They're not just automating tasks there. They're creating entirely new service models. And here's a critical point, I think.
Okay.
The advancement of generative AI models, especially from companies like OpenAI, means that individuals and companies can create these highly customized solutions without needing to be, advanced programmers.
Ah, that's the key.
It truly democratizes this knowledge. It makes it attainable for almost anyone.
That's a huge takeaway right there, that democratized access. So, okay, let's kick off our deep dive. Let's get into the why and what of these incredible tools.
Let's do it.
When we say AI virtual assistant, what are we really talking about? I mean, we're moving beyond simple chatbots, aren't we?
Absolutely. We're talking about sophisticated software designed to process natural language commands.
So speaking or typing.
Right, whether you type them or speak them.
Right.
And then, importantly, learn from interactions, understand context, and execute complex multi-step action.
Multi-step actions. Okay.
Think intelligent data synthesis, proactive scheduling, maybe seamlessly controlling a whole network of smart devices. It's a significant leap, from just following basic scripts.
That distinction feels really key. We all know the big names, right? Siri, Alexa, Google Assistant. They showcase the potential for boosting productivity, for sure.
The classic examples.
But what you're highlighting is that these assistants aren't just like automating repetitive stuff. They're generating personalized content, solving complex problems in real time, and fundamentally changing how we interact with the digital world. It's less about passive consumption.
Right.
And more about active, intelligent interaction.
Exactly. They become almost an extension of your own problem-solving capabilities.
Okay, so this isn't just about building something cool for fun, although, I mean, you definitely can do that.
You absolutely can.
But there are clear, impactful objectives driving these efforts, too, right?
Definitely.
We're talking about educating people on the theoretical and practical fundamentals of AI.
Getting the knowledge out there.
Yeah, providing tools and resources so anyone can start development, whatever their experience level.
Lowering the barrier to entry.
Exactly. And promoting secure and reliable AI integration, so focusing on data protection, accessibility. That's crucial.
Very important. Ethical considerations.
And really inspiring personalized innovations that solve specific problems for you.
Which brings up a really important question, I think, for you, the listener.
Check.
What can you realistically achieve? And, maybe more importantly, how quickly? We're not talking years of development here.
Right, not some massive project necessarily.
No, we're talking tangible, measurable goals. For instance, our sources suggest you could create a basic virtual assistant prototype using free or low-cost platforms like OpenAI's ChatGPT,
Okay.
in under an hour.
Under an hour, seriously.
Seriously. Think about that. A functional prototype in less time than it takes to watch a movie.
Wow. I mean, I remember spending an entire weekend just getting a simple hello world to compile back in the day.
Huh. It's really a testament to how far these platforms have come.
Clip.
And for those looking for, more advanced capabilities, you could achieve functions like voice processing, external API connections.
So making it talk to other apps and stuff.
Exactly. Your assistant can talk to other services. And the estimated development time for that? Maybe just 2 to 5 days for beginners.
2 to 5 days. That's still incredibly fast for something that powerful.
It is. And we also recommend aiming for, say, 80–90% accuracy in its conversational responses. You get there through iterative testing and feedback, obviously.
Constantly tweaking it.
Right. In business scenarios, these tools can genuinely reduce operational costs. We've seen case studies where automating routine queries cut costs by at least 50%.
50% is significant savings.
Huge. And importantly, you'll learn to identify and mitigate maybe at least 3 common challenges during development. That ensures you build something robust and secure.
All right, we've talked why and what makes sense. But the big question looming for many, I bet, is the how.
The practical part.
Yeah. What's the biggest hurdle people face when they first think about actually building one of these things? Is it the coding?
Often it's just knowing where to start.
Yeah.
Many people do think they need deep coding knowledge right off the bat.
I can see that.
But the development process for an AI virtual assistant, it's actually broken down into sequential stages, from planning all the way to deployment.
Okay, stages, like steps.
Exactly. And here's the brilliant part. If you're a beginner, the recommendation is to start with no-code options.
Ah, the no-code route again.
Yes, get your feet wet there. Then, as your skills grow, you can advance to custom programming for much greater control, a scalable learning path.
Okay, that's a relief for many of us, I'm sure. So before we even touch a line of code or even click a button on a no-code platform, what's the absolute first step?
Planning. Before anything else, yes. What's truly crucial is defining the assistant's purpose.
Its reason for existing.
Precisely. You need to ask yourself, what specific problems will it solve for you, or maybe you're a business? Who's a target audience?
Who are you building it for?
Right. And what key functions will it need? Will it primarily handle text responses, voice interactions, or does it need to integrate with other applications?
So, nailing down the requirements.
Exactly. For example, you might define its core mission as, say, responding to customer queries in e-commerce.
Right.
Then you'd break that down into specific subtasks, like identifying technical issues or managing claims. You'd also want to identify your audience, maybe small business owners, and even assign a personality.
A personality, like friendly or formal.
Yeah, like empathetic and professional, perhaps. It enhances the interaction. And for your initial tools, platforms like OpenAI's ChatGPT are excellent for quick prototypes.
Right.
You can create an account, generate a free API key.
An API key, that's like a password for your app to talk to OpenAI.
Essentially, yes. A unique digital code that allows your application to communicate with OpenAI's services. Perfect for testing.
Okay, so purpose first.
Yeah.
Got it. Once we have that clear picture of what we want to build, what kind of digital toolbox are we looking at? What are the technologies and components?
Well, it really depends on the complexity you're aiming for, right?
Sure.
If you're diving into custom programming, you'll be looking at things like natural language processing or NLP.
NLP, that's teaching computers human language.
That's the field, yes.
Yeah.
Teaching computers to understand and process human language. Libraries like Spazy, NLTK, or transformers in Python are fantastic for analyzing text.
Okay, so Python's involved.
Often, yes. For the core AI brains, models like GPT-4 or similar are key for getting those intelligent responses.
The big models.
Right. If you want local execution, maybe right in your browser, transformers.js is a great open source option.
Run it locally. Interesting.
Yeah. For the interface, how people interact with it, you could build chatbots for the web using Flask. That's a Python web framework.
Okay.
Or integrate with WhatsApp using Twilio. That's a communication API platform. Or even develop mobile apps with Flutter.
Lots of options for where it lives.
Definitely. And for voice integration, you'd use tools like speech recognition for converting voice to text, and maybe Pitsex the 3 for text to voice, making it talk back.
That's quite the list. Sounds potentially complicated. But you mentioned that no-code pathway earlier. How does that fit in here? Can you avoid all this tech talk?
You can, at least initially. For a basic no-code assistant, it's remarkably simple. You can subscribe to ChatGPT Plus, for instance, and use their Create New GPT feature.
Ah, the custom GPTs.
Exactly. This allows you to set up detailed instructions for your assistant, tell it how to behave, what its goals are, and even upload resources like databases directly.
Upload data.
Yeah, knowledge files, all without writing a single line of code. It's a fantastic starting point to see your idea come to life really rapidly.
That makes a lot of sense. Get something working fast. So let's get specific then. Can you walk us through a couple of practical implementation examples? How do these tools actually come together?
Absolutely. Let's start super basic. A simple assistant using ChatGPT and Python. You can use a remarkably straightforward Python script. First, you install the OpenAI library. That's just Python's way of talking to OpenAI's models.
Pip install OpenAI.
You got it.
Right.
Then, you'd create a function in your script that takes a user's question, sends it off to a model like GPT 3.5 Turbo, gets the response back,
And just prints it out.
and just prints a response.
Yeah.
It's incredibly quick to set up and test. Gives you an almost instant conversational agent to play with.
That sounds like a perfect first step. Very manageable. What if we wanted to get it on something like WhatsApp? That feels like a bigger jump, right? A whole different beast.
It's definitely a step up, but it's very achievable. Integrating with WhatsApp typically involves registering with Twilio.
Twilio again.
Right. They give you a phone number that can send and receive messages programmatically through code.
Okay.
Then you use the Twilio and Flask Python libraries. You create a Flask web application that basically listens for incoming WhatsApp messages on that number.
It waits for messages.
Yeah. When a message comes in, it forwards the text to OpenAI for a response, gets the AI's answer back,
And sends it back to WhatsApp.
and sends the AI's response right back to the user on WhatsApp. This setup can then be deployed on a cloud platform like Heroku.
Heroku that hosts the app online.
Exactly. It essentially hosts your application online, so it's always running, always listening. That makes it live for anyone with a number to interact with.
Wow. So you can really make your AI accessible to a potentially wide audience with that approach.
You really can.
Any options for more control, maybe directly in a web browser without needing external services for every message?
Definitely. For those seeking more control and maybe an advanced browser-based assistant, you can use standard web technologies, HTML, CSS, and JavaScript, combined with transformers.js.
Transformers.js, the local model thing.
Right, you'd create a chat interface, the visual part, and use something called a web worker.
Web worker, what's that?
It allows your browser to run complex code like an AI model in the background without freezing up the web page you're looking at.
Ah, okay. Keeps things smooth.
Exactly. So you use that web worker to execute a local AI model, something like Pythia 31M, directly in the user's browser. This integrates their messages and generates responses without needing to constantly send data back and forth to a remote server.
That gives you incredible speed, I imagine, and better privacy, too.
Both. Significant speed increase and enhanced privacy, since the conversation can stay local.
That's pretty powerful, running an AI model directly in the browser. But, okay, no matter how complex or simple you start, what's the one thing you absolutely cannot skip? You mentioned it earlier.
Testing and optimization. Absolutely crucial for success.
Just build it and forget it.
Definitely not. This means rigorously testing varied scenarios. What happens if the user asks this weird question? Measuring accuracy, how often is it right? And then integrating external APIs.
APIs, again, like for real-time info. Exactly. Application programming interfaces. Maybe fetching real-time weather data via OpenWeather, or looking up product info, or whatever your assistant needs. For businesses, platforms like Microsoft Teams can even host these advanced bots directly, allowing for easy internal team use and feedback loops.
Okay, so build, test, refine, integrate. Makes sense. So once your assistant is built, rigorously tested, and you're, pretty happy with its performance, you need to get it out there for people to actually use.
Right. Deployment and maintenance time.
This is the deployment and maintenance stage. You'll likely deploy it on cloud platforms, AWS, Google Cloud, for scalability.
So it can handle lots of users.
Exactly, ensuring it can handle many users at once without falling over. And then, importantly, the work isn't over, is it?
Not by a long shot.
You'll need to continuously monitor its use, gather feedback, see how people are actually using it, and update the model with new data or refined instructions to keep it sharp, relevant, and evolving with user needs.
Continuous improvement. Now, while the benefits are clear and, frankly, really exciting,
building these assistants isn't always, smooth sailing. It's not without its challenges.
the bumpy road. Knew it was coming.
It's important to be aware of them, though, so you can create a robust and reliable solution.
Okay, what are the main hurdles?
Well, For beginners, the technical complexity of programming can be daunting, even with Python being relatively accessible.
Right.
But the good news is the solution we just discussed. Start with no-code platforms like ChatGPT's custom GPTs. Ease yourself in.
Good starting point. What else?
Privacy and security are paramount. Absolutely critical. If you're handling sensitive data, you need strict encryption and adherence to data protection regulations like GDPR.
Can't mess around with user data.
Absolutely not. Also, costs can accumulate,
Yeah.
especially if you rely heavily on paid APIs, like the more powerful GPT-4 models.
That's a real consideration, isn't it? I hadn't fully considered the cost aspect of paid APIs as a major hurdle for individuals or small teams. How significant is that really for someone just starting out?
Well, for a prototype or low usage, it's often negligible, sometimes even free within certain limits.
Okay.
But as usage scales up, if your system becomes popular, those API call costs can add up quickly. It's a definite trade-off you need to consider. The power and ease of a commercial model versus the potential cost-effectiveness and maybe extra setup work of open-source alternatives.
Right, a strategic choice there. Any other pitfalls?
Another hurdle is precision and bias. AI models can sometimes generate erroneous or biased responses. They might hallucinate facts or reflect biases present in their training data.
Yeah, we hear about that a lot.
You mitigate this through personalized training data, careful prompt engineering, and crucially, human validation or review, especially for sensitive applications.
Human oversight is key.
And for high volumes of interactions, scalability is essential. This might mean investing in more robust cloud infrastructure to handle the load. Finally, ethics. It's vital to design assistants that avoid harmful biases in their responses, ensuring diversity in thought and output.
Lots to keep in mind there. Continuous iteration makes sense for improvement, but let's be honest, for a beginner, continuous iteration can sometimes sound like continuous frustration.
That's fair.
What's one practical mindset shift or maybe a hack for keeping that motivation going when things inevitably go wrong or don't work as expected?
That's a great point. My personal hack, maybe. Celebrate the small wins. Seriously.
Small wins.
Yeah. Don't aim for building the perfect, all-singing, all-dancing assistant immediately. Get it to do one thing well. Then add another small thing. Each successful small step builds momentum and confidence.
Okay, focus on incremental progress. I like that.
Exactly. And just as important, maybe even more so, stay curious and keep learning. Stay updated with the current trends and advancements in AI development because this field moves incredibly fast. New tools, new techniques pop up all the time.
Excellent advice. Celebrate the small wins. Stay curious.
Yeah.
So, okay, wrapping things up. What does this all mean for you, our listener? This deep dive, hopefully, has stripped away some of the complexity. It reveals that building a custom AI assistant isn't just some far-off future dream anymore.
Not at all.
It's a tangible reality that can redefine how you approach efficiency and innovation, like today. Thanks to increasingly accessible tools, ChatGPT, Python libraries, no-code platforms, it's incredibly within reach for individuals and businesses alike.
Truly democratized.
Yeah. With proper planning, the right tools, you absolutely can create a system that automates tasks, profoundly enhances that human-machine interaction we talked about, and generates real economic value.
And what's truly fascinating looking forward is the potential, the future trajectory here.
Where's it going?
With rapid advancements in multimodal AI, that's AI, that can process and understand information from multiple sources simultaneously, like text, images, audio.
Seeing and hearing AI.
Basically, yes.
Yeah.
These assistants will evolve into even more immersive and intuitive experiences. Think assistants that can understand context from a picture you show them, or react to the tone of your voice. And adopting this technology responsibly now truly boosts productivity. We've seen it in cases where customer service response times have been slashed by up to 70%. It's not just about doing tasks faster, it's about doing them smarter, with greater insight and impact.
So a final thought for everyone listening. Think about this. What specific task, maybe in your daily life or in your business, could be completely transformed by a custom AI assistant you built yourself?
What's your killer app?
Exactly. And how might building that fundamentally change your approach to problem solving? And maybe looking further out, how far away do you think we really are from this truly seamless, multimodal AI experiences where our assistants can genuinely see, hear, and understand the world around them almost like we do?
A lot to chew on there.
Definitely something to mull over until our next deep dive.